Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Monday Kaiju. With me is Admiral Teague. How you doing, Admiral?
Doing all right. It's good to see you. We're here to see a movie about a monster I've never heard of before.
Yeah, today's movie is 1972's Godzilla vs. Gigan. Gigan
Yeah,
is one of the more popular.
is he? What does he look like? I've probably seen him, but I haven't. I just don't. Do I know him by another name? Is he one of those?
Uh, Most pronounced feature is the chainsaw belly.
I think I have seen him. He's weird looking. He's like a crocodile, right?
Somewhat. Uh, Hook hands, single eye.
I remember. Does he shoot like a pair of shuriken out of his face too?
And he has a laser, kind of like a Cylon eye.
Yeah, I remember this mother. Yeah, this monster.
And we have several people in the chat already. Hello, FKHC 2005. Hey, Tim. And hello to Sapphire Sith Dan.
Hey, what's up, sis Dan?
Favorite germ that refuses. Oh, getting close, Dan.
Don't
And
say that.
Kapla, Gorilla's random thoughts. Okay, let's get this started. Probably help if I put the. Okay, the Cosme link is now pinned.
All right, let me take a look at this. I'll be the judge of this fucking kaiju. You know what I think is very exclusionary about the kaiju's germ?
What's that?
They talk a lot of shit about the Kai Gentiles. You like that one? Pretty good, right? I made you actually laugh for real last week, or was it the week before when we did the Trek show? You were actually laughing. That's hard to do, but I did it.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of comic book stuff in this one.
I guess it's a really prescient angle. This guy looks like the leader of the hippies who decided to hang out on Mount Fuji in the last episode, in the last Kaiju movie. Godzilla versus Hedaya? Hedra. That's what that's the trash monster. Hedra.
Yeah,
Right?
it's either to it is advertised in America as Godzilla versus the Smog Monster.
Yeah, I knew it as a smog monster. That's what we do. And dreams. Will there be Superman and Batman references in the movie? They can talk about them because they exist in the world, but if they try to show us a rendering of them, they're screwed.
I don't think we go that far.
Yeah, because Godzilla is about as big as Batman at this point. He's selling comic books and stuff, but Batman's in a little bit of trouble in the years after that TV show. That TV show that may have went a bit too far in a few places, right, Germ? It was a
Just
great
a
show,
little
don't
bit.
get me wrong. Look, that was a fucking fantastic show and one of the best shows of all time, but it wasn't very good for Batman, was it?
No, I don't think it really helped comic sales.
It was worth the price we paid times 5, but I would say this, if not for that show, we would have had this phase of comic book movies first. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, probably.
How far away are we now from that, anyhow? Look at that last episode of Star Trek. This diorama is pretty cool. Why are they like building Godzilla into their plan now? Or is he
Because
just
he's
there for
Mickey
scale?
Mouse, basically.
Oh, they're making Godzilla Land? I would go to Godzilla Land. How about you?
Um, I think you actually have the opportunity to do that.
If you live in Japan, or is there a Godzilla theme park in America?
Not over here, but over there, he's basically the national mascot.
After Doomcock takes over the world, and we have hegemony, will you fly to Japan to go there?
Yeah, why not?
This is basically Jurassic Park, but with Godzilla.
Yeah, monsters he has not sold yet.
They're not. Now it's called Monster Island. Just call it Long Island already, for fuck's sake. That's a cool idea, by the way. I mean, why wouldn't everyone nuke this island, right? Oh god, I hate Son of Godzilla so much.
Holy crap, those are bad.
That is good.
No wonder you can't sell them.
He's on drugs and he has no talent.
Of course, it's the 70s.
I'd do his wife. Shut the fuck up, you idiot. Of course you can't stand to be stupid enough to hire a fucking loser like you. Am I right, Germ? What is with this guy?
Well, there's a good reason he hired him.
DEI is no excuse for bringing on a loser like this.
Peace doesn't really sound human.
So I was reading
And it looks like his sister there.
that does I was waiting for the pattern recognition. Oh, it's his sister? What a loser. He lives with his sister. I thought he was living with a hot chick that he got to, I don't unless this is the Arkansas of Japan. I how could he read that? That was just like a bunch of scratches. That's right, throw that bitch on the floor. You showed her. She dropped her birth control pills. She's gonna need those birth control pills. She's pretty hot. How many times are you gonna use that plot device? I might put that away rather quickly. How about you?
Yeah.
It's like I believe that's called brandishing. So LDG said he's going to drop by my stream tomorrow night. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
next
that's
week on
nice.
Tuesday. Next week, sorry, next week on Tuesday, on the 26th. Hard to believe, isn't it? That's a cool phone. I'd put up with almost anyone to be able to talk on that phone. How about you?
It's a nice phone. Rather high tech for children's amusement park company.
That is very cool. He's got a Palpatine desk. George Lucas loved this movie, huh?
Oh, everyone had that desk in 1972.
Right, but but the Emperor has it in like 2005, right? George's like,
I have to devise about 5 movies to get the chair in, but I've got my opus to the chair.
That sounds awful suspicious for someone trying to build an amusement park. And they mean absolute peace.
Like through unaliving everybody?
Then through giant monster with laser vision. Wow, what a wimp.
When do we get to the part where we meet a random American who just happens to be in Japan to be part of the movie?
I think we're done
What's
with
with
that.
that? What's with that freaking thing that they're holding?
Oh, it's roasted corn.
That was very controversial, sir. We admire you because you're a horrible fucking artist. We came here to balk at how terrible your shit is. No, his art's the enemy of peace. What do you think, Germ?
Well, he's a hippie, so he can't be trusted.
Not only that, but everything he thinks and says is probably wrong.
Most likely.
He's not so much a hippie. I think he's what we call a mod, Germ. Don't quote me. Have they done the puppet episode yet? The puppet episode's a year out. Sit down. We got a while, and I'll ask Germ. Would you bet money on the puppet episode even airing?
Well, we got a good chance that it does get canceled now that they have sane people in charge over there.
He has the right to make it, so he's probably going to rush to complete it. My guess is that he'll try to blackmail them into buying. Like, my feeling is the next few episodes are going to be really horrible as he tries to extort them into buying him out. What do you think? Because he knows he's finished.
Yeah, he has the right to go missing in
make
the
it.
desert too.
If
And
only.
let's not forget who owns the place now. These guys are military contractors. They're not above making things go disappear in the desert.
You know what? I'll just put it more like this: you're not about to get over on them like you are on a guy who sells books, or you are on Elon. Like fucking the Oracle guys are gonna be like, "What? Did you just try to fucking embarrass us?" And they will destroy you. The Ellisons have so much money that they spend the equivalent of the payroll of 4 NFL teams every year making movies for fucking fun. If they make only 4 movies. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's about right.
NFL teams about 300 million, right?
Yeah, I think that's about the salary cap.
Well, I mean, the Jets are right up against the salary cap, proving that means nothing. It has to be higher. I was going to go see one of my local baseball teams today, but they're playing a very, very unenviable foe.
Hey, he passed out again.
Did you know your no good Mariners have been in New York stinking up the place, being a nuisance?
Oh yeah, they faced the Mets the last few days. I'm gonna have
They've been a
to.
real two.
There we
You
go.
know the Mets were 10-1 until the Astros. I get the non-important teams mixed up. What's the name of the Seattle team again? The Golden Seals?
Mariners.
Yeah, that's it. The Marinators. They just dropped two in a row to the Mets. I can't believe that. Was it every other game?
The Mariners won the first one. The Mets won the second two.
I hate the Seattle Mariners.
Sometimes I do too. They look like they're starting to do well, then they just fall apart. Hey,
That's too
Angaris.
bad. That's too bad because you have that one. Um, the reason I hate the Mariners is because they're pretty darn good and they gave the Yankees a hard time. So I thought that was like well earned hate. You know what I mean? Like you would want that hate, don't you?
Well, if it was from a consequential team.
Who's more consequential than the Yankees?
I can name 28 other teams.
That's funny. We have one more World Series than that. Out of
That's literally
105.
every other team in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, but think about it. Over 1/3 of all World Series have been won by the Yankees.
Purchased by the Yankees.
That's not true. Money wasn't invented until Clinton was president.
No, that's blackmail.
He had to invent money to do it. And we all know why we didn't know that until now. You know what happened to the guy who invented the money, right?
Yeah,
Hillary.
well, Hillary, yeah. Conveniently in English.
Well, I know when I want something special to myself, I make sure that the when I get like a cigarette lighter made or engraved, I have it done in Gaelic so I can understand or appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
When you guys had that really fucking horrible stadium and that really good night like team in the late '90s, the only thing you didn't have was a manager with a brain.
Well, he had a brain. He just a bit too angry.
I don't think that's a possibility for anybody. But I mean, he is Latino, so what do you expect? My fellow Latinx, Lou Pinella.
Yeah, he didn't really do the team any favors by literally having every umpire wishing him dead.
My my mother used to say, "I like the Mets, and I don't like the Yankees at all." But that Lou Pinella's a handsome man. My mom used to have a little bit of a crush on Sweet Lou.
I'm sure Lou appreciated it.
Should a hall pass for him or Tom Seaver. Or Mr. Met. My dad had a Mr. Met hat, a Mr. Met head in the closet. I think they put it on during sex. I can't be sure.
That's probably something you don't want to know.
I would be very proud if he did that. What, are you kidding me? This monster is really weird. You happen to have a special affinity for this one, don't you? You really like this guy.
He's my favorite out of all of the Godzillaverse.
Please
That's
explain.
why I have the Bandai,
Yes.
the
I've seen it.
Godzilla figure right here with my microphone.
I have seen this. It is one of his prized broadcasting. I don't know what to call it. It's on the little place where Germ does his broadcasting ritual. Like, we all have a couple of things. I have the head of an Optimus Prime transformer. And I also have the kind of Yankee that you could like. It's Thurman Munson, Germ.
Oh, that's nice.
He died practicing takeoffs and landings. How crazy is that? I love that car. That is absolutely a Nissan / Datsun, isn't it? Thank
Yeah,
God this
that's-
movie has the. Go. Sorry, go ahead. It's what we call the Datsun B210 in America, isn't it?
Certainly looks like a Datsun.
What struck me there? I'm sorry I interrupted you. Was that they seem like this movie's got the music together, and we seem to be building towards Godzilla's regular Kaiju song, which will be refreshing after the last movie. These filthy hippies. What do you think their fathers who fought in World War II thought of these freaking British cigarettes?
I think they may have just given up.
Dad, why is my nickname Sapaku?
Yeah, speaking very nice of the dead, isn't he? So it looks like they got zombies running a charity.
What else is new? Why would all the reel-to-reel tape computers be going at the same speed at the same time? I can't think of any reason for that. Are they just counting on people to be fascinated with this antiquated technology?
That was the height of technology at the time.
Hey, what's going on, Shifty Chisholm?
Hey,
Do I,
Shifty.
do I know this person?
Looks like Richard Lewis.
Fair enough. I don't care. That's funny. Richard Lewis is at least not outright ugly looking and somewhat funny looking, so that's all right. Fine.
Yeah, we've upgraded from models to the actual trucks.
Yeah, we got to get the. Well, this was state of the art
Here we go. So
Japanese
here's
military.
the models.
This is what I'm used to
Very,
now. Yeah.
very nice models.
And these models of people, they look they're perfect. I think the deal is we bought some Jeeps and we just put some like fake recoilless rifles on them. What do you think?
No, they got into actual defense force. They were hard up for stuff to do. Mighty
think
Anguirus
that-
makes landfall.
Do you think that these people understood the context in which people were watching these movies, or do you think that they thought we thought these movies were very good and very serious?
Oh no, even in Japan they weren't considered A-list.
I don't know why people always feel the need to engage him with small caliber rifles. What is with that?
They
This is
always underestimate Anguirus. He is one of the smallest of the monsters, but he is one of the toughest. They always think they can take him down easy, but he's usually just there on Godzilla's orders like he is now.
go ahead, Godzilla told him to go fuck up the humans.
No, Godzilla told him to go find out what that damn noise was.
Ah, at the Godzilla Land Park. So if they leave him alone, all he'll do is go there and leave.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the military, Anguirus would solve the problem himself right now.
That's why I'm looking forward to when Trump disbands our military. I believe that posse comitatus is the way we should defend the country. What do you think, Germ?
Yeah, let the Kaiju run everything.
Yeah. Also, like, I think we should take some of Trump's DNA and make a Trump Kaiju. What do you think of that?
That would be impressive.
How hilarious would it be when we set it loose on, like, North Korea?
I always liked these lightning guns they had.
They're right out of Hidden
Improve
Planet.
them.
They haven't changed them. They want you to know what they are more than they want them to. And they need to miss Anguirus, but they have to have some fun here. They would just destroy that prop if they shot right at it, I guess. We don't have a big enough comb for Kaiju Trump. That is hilarious. All right, you got me. That's enough. Two for two. Way to go. Not that I want to look like Richard Lewis. Told I look a little more like Matthew Perry, but it's not me, so it's funny.
Well, I wouldn't want to look too much like Matthew Perry right now.
I look like him if he hadn't have done drugs. The difference between me and Matthew Perry was like he was a drug addict womanizer, and I wasn't a drug addict.
And one of those guys is full of formaldehyde right now.
Yeah, I never know what's in these vapes I buy. But it makes work go by quick. Thanks for telling us what they are, right? Thank you. We needed that. Why is he giving him cigarettes?
There's something in them.
A tracking device?
That would be my bet.
By the way, do you see YouTube is determined to squander their market dominance by now they're verifying people?
Oh, nice. That's just like YouTube.
How many subs will we lose when they take adult programming away from people?
Would you sell for
Jon Stewart? I mean, but he's kind of a dick. I don't think I look that much like Richard Lewis, but if it's who comes to mind, fine. Got better hair.
Oh, Richard Lewis is dead?
No, we were talking about Matthew. Richard Lewis. Oh, yeah, no, he did pass away, I think, like 3 or 4 years ago. But he was considerably older. And who would think it would be a clean sweep of Perrys? We lost Luke and Matthew Perry so young. I don't know about you, but I get really emotional and sometimes cry when I hear losing my religion. And the only thing that keeps me from falling apart is that I know Dylan and Brenda are together again. How about you, Germ?
I never watched that show.
Sir. I'll settle for Jon Stewart. Why not? He's got 2 first names. You can't trust him. Richard Lewis had 2 first names too. Why are you comparing me to all these people with 2 first names?
And Garrus went to get reinforcements.
They had to mess with Angaris. They couldn't just let him do what he wanted to do. Everything would have been just fine.
Yeah, he would have trashed that park and been back home by supper.
Yeah. Instead, now he's coming back with his buddy. So I guess it's one of the weird movies where Godzilla's not in the Guardian role and he's going to be a right prick, huh?
Well, he's going to be a prick to somebody. Depends who pisses him off when he makes landfall.
When do we switch to Son of Godzilla being Godzilla? Talking cutesy Godzilla. I can't wait till that moment so we can like watch that movie again a little bit. Like we should have a few like video clips from that movie. To, like I remember this is the same character. Fucking Godzuki. Is it Godzuki or Godzuki? It's Godzuki, right?
Manila. Mia, for short.
No, in the American cartoon. It's
Oh, that's
Godzuki, right?
Godzuki in the cartoon. And only in the cartoon.
Yeah, he's not canonical at all.
He's actually
He had
Godzilla's nephew in that, I believe.
He had his own cartoon for a while too.
Here we go.
The term is used figuratively about nephew, by the way, Germ. They're not actually related. They're just cousins through the radioactivity. Godzilla is more of like a mentor to Godzuki. Godzuki is not Godzilla's son, Manila.
So we got a nice tag team match set up. Monster Zero and Gigan versus Godzilla and Anguirus.
They shouldn't have fucked with him. Anguirus could have taken care of this himself. I'd go to that park, by the way. No sign of any guards from outside of the building. I guess outside the building? Alright.
About a mile outside the park.
Weird shit.
Real crackerjack security they got there.
Hey, Gavin.
Hey, Gavin.
Welcome. Yeah, we're just Germ is continuing to tutor me in the fine art of kaiju movies. This guy, for some reason, he just spends all his time hanging out with his much stronger and tougher hot sister.
Hey, he can't even make it to the top of the stairs.
Is he supposed to be what they call a poofta?
I guess. Hell, I have one knee and I can make it to the top of those stairs.
That's crazy. You like the Anonymous Hedgehog likes Emmerich's Godzilla. Is that Mikey?
I have no idea. And yeah, Gavin, a British cigarette.
That's what I heard the Irish people use them when they talk about it at the bar. Their guns are pretty cool.
Yeah, he's going to monologue to you.
My plans have changed. What's the change? I'm going to monologue them to you before I enact them. I'd have just enough time to gloat. What the fuck is going on?
He's explaining the entire plan to him.
I get it. He's from one of those points of light in the sky, Germ.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want in the Cosby Theater, right?
Yeah. Using some footage
that
from
was-
the previous movie.
Yeah, we saw that footage before.
So they're parasites.
It's conspiracy from Star Trek.
Cockroaches.
Yeah. I thought you were kidding.
Well, they live in trash and they survive off the death and decay of other civilizations.
So they want
Has
to
to be a
destroy the
cockroach.
planet.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant plan. There's going to be a lot of cockroaches when they're done. Remember when? What is Gavin saying in the theater?
Sony equipment.
Sony
name
equipment.
and-
Oh yes, okay, yes, I do.
published.
How does he fucking know? Fuck this guy.
Oh, they have a sound profile.
At least we finally found our American. Nothing really counts until the American tells them to go roll on the monster. Now, will we see a cool leather jacket? We don't know yet.
Yes, Gavin, send in the models.
I love this like weird kit bashed Apache Huey Cobra, right? Gage is a real dick. We've seen him be killed like twice. How does he keep coming back?
Oh, he always runs away to fight another day.
We can't kill Ghidorah. He's too important.
No, he's the number one Godzilla villain. They can't just kill him off.
Gotcha.
What do you think they are, DC in the 90s?
These cockroaches. Yeah, I think the Patton tank had a machine gun cupola, but they might be. That was the frontline American tank at this point. I don't think they ever saw combat action. Maybe like they might have saw some occupation duty in Vietnam. Patton would have hated the Patton tank, Germ. You know why?
What is that?
Fucking aluminum.
That doesn't make any sense for a tank.
It was an aluminum tank designed for jungle warfare, Germ. I still have tape to tape. That's how my show goes out, Gavin. That's worth investing in, like a Bunsen von Honeydew backdrop.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Chainsaw Billy. The worst hug you can ever get.
How does he eat?
They're doing a good job mixing in the old footage with new model destruction on this. They ain't getting the train, but they got the tracks.
Hiroshima 2, The Return. That,
Hiroshima
North,
would be. They would be so
North,
lucky just to be Hiroshima.
North Korea would be happy to provide that for them. Now, is it true the reason why they have no air support is because their electric catapult on their aircraft carrier didn't work, Germ?
That may be one of the reasons.
You know, if the sailors who ran it didn't keep catching cancer from the electricity, you'd be able to train people up on it. Yeah, right? Fuck that petrol station. The SO people paid good money to get it destroyed.
And this American version, they do a crude voiceover for them when they're talking.
Yeah, what the
Uh,
hell?
that's one of the drawbacks. In the Japanese version, they have these animated cartoon bubbles, like in comic books, that just pop up with the dialogue.
Right, because that's what the aesthetic we're going for. Is this an Ang Lee movie?
I don't think Ang Lee was active at this time,
It's like 7.
if that. Ang Lee was 18.
Wow.
He was
Good
born in
math.
1954.
Ang Lee's older than we thought, sir. It's almost like he spent a lot of time making movies in another country before he came here to make those couple of movies. His Hulk
Yeah.
movie's the best one, sir.
That's a pretty low bar, but yeah.
It is, though. By a lot.
Well, so much for air support.
Now you know why those planes got there, right, Jerm? Do you want to say it or do I have to say it?
Go ahead.
Steam's better. These cockroaches have an excellent plan, Jerm.
Yeah. They have a formidable tag team of monsters.
I can't believe they don't kind of dig being human and just want to stay that way. They can't wait to turn back into cockroaches and eat this garbage, can they?
No, they can't. Oh, the poor ray gun.
God, yes, Godzilla's with his special friend. They've been living together for a long time, sharing an apartment. No one asks them any questions. Am I right, Jerm?
No comment.
You know, that was very colonizer of him using the word quarreling. I read today that it's istophobic to use large words, Jerm. Were you aware of that?
I've heard that a couple of times.
It made me reticent to continue reading further. However, I endeavored to persevere through the article. You know where there's really, really poorly spoken words and really, really bad vocabulary, Germ?
What's that?
How much you want to bet that that's what would be the case at the clan meeting?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
Hey, we get our face off finally.
here we go. Why is he calling Why is these cockroaches have taken on names? I guess they need them.
Yep.
I'm frozen. Is the source frozen?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
the source.
It happens, people. Every once in a while, this site lets us down. It's a place where we pay a huge fee for a digital subscription for access to all the Godzilla movies. You got to be a creator to get it, and it's really difficult, right, Germ? Very professional stuff.
Oh yeah, very professional. No skull and crossbones here whatsoever.
I can see its standard kaiju movie length, exactly 90 minutes.
Yeah, they always do great on the timing.
Godzilla's not doing that like FU move where he does like the thing with his arm anymore.
No, that was pretty much a one-time thing.
Now he just kind of does a T pose. Showed him.
Took down Gigan in one shot.
Well, fortunately, he fell into a fuel depot. Pretty cool Godzilla costume.
Ghidorah providing good cover for Gigan. They knew Gigan couldn't quite handle his own solo versus Godzilla, so they brought in a tag team. I think that was a good choice.
The dragon got like one shot in. Didn't even get one shot in.
And Garrus can hold off Gigan pretty well. Unfortunately, he can't do anything about the long range attacks from Ghidorah. And unfortunately, we have to check in with the humans.
Yeah, the non-cockroach humans. We got to be specific.
They do a good job with the music. They tone it down quite a bit, but they keep the same combat music going throughout.
What sucks is we really don't get a great dose of it yet. We haven't gotten a good dose of it yet. I like this music though.
You know, if you have the lighter, you don't need the cigarette.
He's watching some serious shit. He might as well start smoking. He's not going to live long enough for it to catch up to him, right?
Oh, it doesn't look like it.
By the way, Germ, what is an estimate? What do you think? How long does it take smoking to kill you?
30 years usually.
So, what do you think I start smoking in like 10 more years?
That should just about line up with life expectancy.
I'm thinking about doing it just to fuck with people. What do you think?
Hey, you live in New York, you got plenty of reason to smoke.
Well, no. What I thought I could do is I could go talk to the Philip Morris people because they're not, they're not allowed to advertise cigarettes anymore, right? So I could just walk in there at like let's say like I wait like 20 more years and I walk in there at like 70, right? And I just like blowing smoke rings. It'll be like, I'll walk around and tell everyone I've been smoking since I'm 14. How much will you give me? And they'll like, you can have all these free cigarettes. I'm like, no, I want cash. I think that'd be a great advertisement for their cigarettes. What do you think?
Well, it's better than what they got now.
Well, I mean, there's no way it'll get me, right? Like, I'll only have like 20 years left, and it takes 30 years to get you. I've built in a lot of safety time here. Smoking
Gee,
saves,
that
says
looks so.
Gavin. I smoked for a long time. I'm glad I stopped. I actually look back at my smoking and wonder what I was thinking. None of these civilians are freaked out by this. It's a good thing that there's only these marionettes going down the rope instead of people. Well, I'm pretty sure they stole some of this for an episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Nah, but here's the thing. This has too much more of a sci-fi aesthetic than Boba Fett had. Remember how bad that aesthetic was?
Yeah. Yeah, they did pretty well on the sci-fi aesthetic on this one.
It looks great. Oh, wow. The Godzilla ride also has a built-in laser beam. A lot of magical thinking right there, huh, Jerm?
A little bit.
A little?
It's actually a good Easter egg for the next movie. That Godzilla tower will come into play in the next movie. Playing a little volleyball. That rotten Geigen shoots him in the back. Oh, a crotch shot. Hey, Godzilla's a good boxer.
Did he call him Godzilla?
Yeah, it's a bad translation. They're a little busy right now. Oh, good blood effect. They finally start to use the fact that they can fly to their advantage. Oof, another solid shot. And Geigen's being kind of a coward, just standing there.
Yeah, I don't really approve either.
Neither Geigen nor Anguirus are pulling their weight in this fight.
Actually, canonically, fake Kaiju Godzilla has a higher body count than Gata.
He took the time to make a poster.
Wow.
And there
Whoa.
goes the tower. And yes, actual cockroaches were harmed during the filming of this movie.
That's messed up. I think they're an endangered species.
They're not an endangered species in your apartment complex. So even without control, they're going to decide to be jerks. Not looking good for Godzilla.
This fucking Cylon's a punk. See, Germ, this is why I have no respect for the so-called 501st Legion. Have you ever heard of these people?
I've heard of them.
Where are they now while this is happening?
I think they went down with Vader.
What's that?
I think they all fell with Vader.
Yeah. Seriously, like, during Ferguson, don't you think the 501st Legion could have diffused that situation if they'd gotten between the police and the protesters? You don't think everyone would have just enjoyed themselves and stopped? They had a chance to make a difference. That's what I'm saying, Germ.
Oh, Godzilla's making a comeback.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, it looks like Anguirus is back in the fight too.
Sir. They're treating Godzilla with great disrespect. They're going to play Jenga, Germ.
Yeah, if anything else, that design should have gave away that they're aliens.
That was not one of our better fake building destructions, is it?
No.
What's the plus here? Now we have the suits. Next movie, the city can be a little better.
Oh, they make significant improvements in the next one.
That was not very clear how that sequence of events went down, was it?
Oh, he bit him on the tail and
sir.
then he tossed him.
Sir, we seem to be frozen, or is that my theater?
No, that's the source.
We pay a lot of money for access to the Kaiju Vault, and I think it's just a disgrace, going about it this way, making sure it's all above board and, having everyone sync up their views at home. It's just a disgrace when this happens, isn't it?
Yeah, real shame.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, you got a flying turtle.
Oh, sirs. Use your atomic breath already.
I think Godzilla's a good grounding pound.
It's a lot more about having like a fucking kaiju big battle than fucking winning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a kaiju big battle, Charm?
Unfortunately, no.
I've been to one.
Now we got some infighting. Yeah, they're cooking up a plan.
Now, what they cut for the American version was we can see it here. They went there. That was a children's hospital. Real darkness here, Germ. Sir.
Yeah, he's holding them.
Oh, sirs.
Spike attack.
Lot of WWE, WWF stuff in here, isn't there, sir?
Oh yeah, they stole the entire tag format from professional wrestling.
You sure it's not the other way around?
Oh no, tornado tag matches are a staple of professional wrestling.
When was the first professional wrestling match?
Back in the 40s.
Really? When did it become an Olympic sport? Oh, wait. The first Olympics.
And there you get the insult.
Germ, it says it became popular in the post-Civil War period. Late 1860s.
It still had some legitimacy back then. It became
Nope.
a carny show in the early 20th century.
Actually, it says professional wrestling in the sense of traveling performers played for mass entertainment and staged matches. I guess that could mean fair. It didn't say fixed. Began in the post-Civil War period, late 1860s and 1870s. Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
But I had the first ever, I think it's the first ever pro wrestling game. Remember Pro Wrestling for NES?
I remember WWE Showtime.
Pro Wrestling this was WWF, Micro League Wrestling. But it seems to be that wrestling is 20,000 years old. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's about right. And your new tag team champions, Godzilla and Angarius.
They fucked them up. All right, we got a song. Patrick, we saved the city. Yes, indeed. Hey, buddy, what's up? Wow, great movie, Germ. Thank you for another fantastic Just excellent kaiju movie. I hadn't known about this sort of kaiju stuff before.
Yeah, we're getting to the real meat of the Godzilla franchise. He has a few tag team matches over the next little while, but all still pretty good.
I'm looking forward to seeing what new monsters get rolled out next. It seems like every movie we get a new kaiju.
Oh yeah. Oh, next time we get some of a new kaiju, we get a new mech. We have
Okay.
Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
The very famous one. I will say this Godzilla movie I didn't think was so great, and this is the problem. I like the kaiju battles, but the city sucked. I like the kaiju costumes, but the landscapes and sets sucked. I liked the kaijus a lot. I really, really did. But I thought that the human story was beyond terrible, and I thought the human actors were beyond boring, and they spent way too much time with it. I thought this movie could have been 15 minutes. Like, it should have been 10 minutes shorter. Just
Yeah,
make an
they could-
80-minute Godzilla movie. It's 70 minutes, you have a movie.
Yeah, they always have a problem with having. They don't have enough of the kaiju footage that they could produce at cost, but they
But-
always have to backfill in with the human story.
Until Godzilla -1. Where the
Yeah, they
human
put-
story kind of comes first.
They do a good balance on Godzilla -1, but
I don't think anyone's ever done a better kaiju movie than Godzilla -1. It might. Here's the thing: it should have been nominated for best movie. It was a very emotional and very good movie. I cared about every single person in that movie. I don't know their names.
Yeah.
I don't speak Chinese.
in the 90s, they start getting better at that. So between the 90s films and the -1, that's
It's
where
all
they
uphill
start getting
from here,
better.
huh?
Yeah, it's all uphill. We do have some pitfalls in the 80s, but
Godzilla
pretty much all
1980 was a
uphill.
terrible movie.
Godzilla 1984 is Godzilla 1954.
It
Actually,
is. I think they even bring back what's his name?
Yeah.
Raymond Burr. They bring back Raymond Burr, don't they?
yes, they do.
And it should be. Do you
Godzilla
recognize
versus
his avatar?
Megalon.
I don't understand his. I've never been able to figure out Gavin's avatar.
I'm not sure. I can't really see it too well on this.
It is a golden dude with like a golden football helmet.
Huh,
It
I'm
looks
not
like
sure.
it could be from Doctor Who. The nearest contextual thing I have to it is it reminds me of that episode of Voyager where they met that freaking weird Harlequin played by Michael McKean. It's Golden Man from Lost in Space. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Which Lost in Space? The classic show, I'm guessing, not the movie, right? And not the new show that didn't make it.
oh yeah, we do it. It will be Godzilla versus Megalon next. I am
All
correct.
right.
I thought Mecha Godzilla was first, but no, it's Megalon, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, and then Terror of Mecha Godzilla.
By the way, just real quick on the Lost in Space thing, I think that anybody who loved Lost in Space would have been really insulted by that episode of Star Trek where their idea that why Star Trek was so bad was that it looked just like Lost in Space. They were really just trying to. They were just. No one will ever call them good writers, so they have to attack other writers. The German Hesai, the Gamera Hesai trilogy is better than the MonsterVerse and holds its own against comparable era Godzilla films.
Yes, it does.
The Gamera movie we saw was good. It was good. Gamera's not
And-
as appealing as a monster, though. Godzilla's got a lot more going on. He's really a lot. He's got the rule of cool on his side all the way. Am I right?
Yeah, and we will be getting back to some of those classic Gamera movies as soon as I get a good source for them. The ones I've had so far are a little janky.
Well, I mean, I would say if you could continue the Godzilla through line, it would be great because that means I would then get to see it all the way through and have that in my pocket as pop culture knowledge because I'm kind of learning about this a little bit. I could never get called out and explain any movie except the first one. I have a basic idea of the rest of them, and I now kind of know what the monsters are, and I would watch any of these movies again.
Yeah, that's good. These are all classics, and hopefully,
I mean, I'd want to buy back on the Son of Godzilla. That one sucked. I hate Son of Godzilla.
Oh, that's one of my personal favorites.
But it's got that stupid little. I can't. We all have. You know what?
Yeah.
You'll. Maybe
well,
you want to
it's
explain
more for
why?
personal.
Right,
had
came at the
two
right
Godzilla-
time in your life.
Yeah, I had two Godzilla VHSs growing up. Godzilla versus Megalon and Son of Godzilla.
I had two VHS tapes growing up, and one had Star Trek and Star Trek 2, and one had Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back. I think The Return of the Jedi. Yeah, it was. Or you know what? Here's the thing. It doesn't matter that both companies confirm it. We couldn't see it. We didn't want to look for it. We had that image frozen on the screen the entire show. We used that image. No one saw it. It might be there. We still have the image. Maybe we could pull it up again. But I think it was something that they either lied about and came up with later, or if it was there, big fucking deal. You cannot see something that color in that black. We could barely see the Enterprise. It was so murky that they cranked the resolution down to like 420p.
The 18 Lost in Space Netflix series. Unfortunately, I never really watched that. But I'll take your word for it.
Well, it's not a great. I think it's a referendum on Strange New Worlds. Like that show was sort of interesting. It could have gone somewhere. It wasn't great. Strange New Worlds, it's like it's not interesting. It could never go somewhere. It's never anything but terrible. So I think that might be what he's saying with that. I'm not sure though. Like I'm not the biggest Lost in Space fan. I didn't particularly dig it when I was a kid.
I never heard any. I didn't hear any good things about the Netflix version, but
the movie. I mean, she was too young in the movie, but I mean, the hottest chick from Party of Five turned out to be Lacey Chabert, and you get she's a kid, but you get what's her face is in it. From Heather Graham. Heather Graham is in. I think
it's the '97 movie.
That's the '97 one. Lacey Chabert is like 18, but like you can feast your eyes on Heather Graham. She's like every minute of like 26.
That I remember being. It wasn't
watchable,
good, but it
didn't feel like their movie. It was fun. It didn't feel like their fun movie.
Parts to it.
I'll give it that. It was watchable. It had fun parts. But it didn't really feel like their movie, and they changed Dr. Smith into a formidable villain rather than what we were used to. It was played by this guy, Gary Youngman. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. How do you like that?
Yeah.
You know what happened with Lost in
Space was good. Second season, and then third was You
know what happened was events overtook it. They were like, I think depressed and bummed out season 2 because like Star Trek is now on, and they're like, shit, this is just not where sci-fi's at. We miscalculated terribly, and I think by season 3 a degree of recalibration had gone on, and they were at least comfortable in their skins. But remember, Lost in Space and Star Trek, unfortunately, not successful shows. 3 years was not successful back then. That's one TV contract. They got to ride it out. They're like successful enough not to be made to go away. They're allowed to finish.
Went out on a good note, leaving you wanting more. Well, buddy, I'll have to go back and watch that sometime.
Lost in Space wasn't the most terrible show. It's just they didn't have a wide range of planets. They went to the same planet a lot.
He's talking about the 18 version, I believe.
Oh. I would check. I think it's on Amazon, right? You said?
Netflix, I believe.
Netflix costs far too much money for me to invest in.
I'm using for Godzilla.
If I'm not going to pay for the app to watch the Yankees, I'm not paying for the app to watch that. Although I might watch the Yankees next year. I prefer the original Dr. Smith, a naughty but harmless gay man. Although let's remember, a naughty but otherwise harmless gay man did bring back some rather interesting viruses from Central Africa in his ribald ring through Canada and started up a very unfortunate series of events. That French Canadian male flight attendant germ. I think you know the one I'm talking about.
I'm going to choose not to.
Do you actually know?
I can remove stuff like that from my mind pretty easily.
Okay.
Like the original Lost in Space, my dad has all memorized.
Cool.
Very nice.
Veronica Cartwright is in an episode of Miami Vice.
Yeah. Teague, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow night, you and I are going live at, what do you think, 10:30 or 11? What do you like better?
10:30 should be okay.
10:30 works for me, too. Well, I'll be live tomorrow at 10:30 with my show. And Saturday, there'll be a show on Thursday as well at 11. And then Saturday, we have we have the Enterprise show, but I guess don't miss this Strange New World show where we review another one. And then I guess the good news about that will be after the last Strange New Worlds, we become the Landman show. And as Strange New Worlds ends, I guess it'll be episodes 1 and 2, and maybe episode 3 of Landman for installment 1 of that on September 18th, when we change from Strange New Worlds to Landman, and we're going to be staying with Landman until January, it's going to be huge, Germ. This could be big.
I think we're going to do pretty well with Landman.
Expect plenty of video essays of Landman, and I might make a Star Trek video essay this week. I was thinking that if you watch what I had for the video for Similitude, I could probably make a video for it. I don't know how well it would do. It might not be a popular episode. I'm trying to think about that one. What do you think?
I think we're good without the video essay on Similitude.
It's like, well, the thing is, because of the slideshow, it's done. The slideshow is like 4 minutes long. So I could
just publish a slideshow.
I could voice it over and just do a synopsis, and at the end of it, just be like, my panel rated this mostly C's and D's, something like that.
Yeah, that might work.
And then I have to make this
Strange New Worlds looks terrible. Oh, they all look terrible, Gavin.
What are they going to do to us this week? This show, I'm going to say right now, if Jerem has the moment, we're going to meld in for a moment into my show on this show. That Strange New Worlds writer's room is an experiment never seen before in all the history of mankind, except maybe state media in some totalitarian country. Even the Germans only had 13 years of state-controlled media. How long is this now? 16 years of this garbage? This has outlasted the Third Reich, and it's some of the worst stuff ever, and it's as hateful as that. And in the last 2 years of watching Strange New Worlds, we saw, I guess what happened was they shamed him into bringing on some people that knew what they were doing. The show had a little something to it, like episodes 1, 2, 3, 4. But then, I guess Kurtzman decided too many cooks is never a bad thing, and he just jumped in there and started going crazy with more message than it had an intolerable amount already. but he just like whatever it could have blossomed into, if there had been adjustments made, they adjusted bad. They leaned into all the worst qualities of the show, and by season 1, episode 6 is a Freaky Friday ripoff. It's Freaky Friday with Spock and his girlfriend.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Sounds
I mean,
real
I was.
bad.
She is
But,
so hot too.
Gavin is enjoying the new split format.
Oh, the new show format for what? For Thursdays and Fridays? Or are you talking
for
Saturdays? You like that? We're gonna try to do something close to that every week. We're not going to like, look, there is still life. We are obligated to. We feel this obligation to bring you the most high quality Star Trek show we can every single Saturday night at 10. And it's going to be a Star Trek show worth remembering and talking about. And I don't put down anybody for this. I've done it myself a million times. The few seconds at a time with the actual video, it's just, you're going to end up talking for 90 minutes about the first 5 minutes of the episode. There's no way to do that right. You have to remove it and jump ahead. We've tried that a few times. I'm not calling it low effort. I'm calling it self-defeating. I'm going to make a video essay slideshow compliant so that I can show it. And what happens, what's funny is I can't monetize the Thursday show anyway, because we get so fucking profane and out of our minds. And we go a bit too far in a few places. But if I took that video essay, sometimes when it's not right, what it will do is it will reduce visibility on the Thursday show. Or it will tell me to cut the part out of the Thursday show or accept the copyright match, which is not the same as a strike, but they get the monetization, and then I guess they can monetize it any way they want, which I think would mean monetizing it too much. But we have some freedom here. We're going to try to experiment with it.
Yeah, and just like
and the
last
watch
week,
parties are here.
Yeah, the watch party will be on this channel. This week, I believe it is Promised Land and Proving Ground.
Chosen Realm and Proving Ground?
Oh, yeah, Chosen Realm and Proving Ground.
You know what? These two are a little bit
5
better.
p.m. Pacific time. Oh,
This
they're
is
much better than last week.
Here's the thing, though, guys. We are seriously in an organic. The writers did this to themselves. Germ, would you say this is more or less true? We are right now in any given number of 2. Now, that might be 2 bad ones or 2 good ones in a row, but it's good one, bad one in every group of 2. And one is clearly better than the other right now. And one of them is clearly not worth watching and not worth disengaging with. So this format seems to be working. We might have it perfected. We were worried what we would do about watch parties of the original series, because there's nothing really to say about something so perfect. What are we going to do? Praise it again? So we'll have our video essay and we will praise it like everyone else in our Star Trek community. We'll get our take on TOS, but that's all we can offer. It's been analyzed to death. So I again thank God that we started with Enterprise. I thank God that the fans stopped me from skipping season 3, even though it is sometimes a little upsetting. And I thank God for these new methods that were forced on us by some of the adversity we faced. We've earned our 10 o'clock spot, and anyone else doing Star Trek at that time, I'll tell you this, they'll still be on for 3-4 more hours, at least the length of my show, plus 35%. When we're done talking about the same stuff, they'll be really enjoyable then, because they'll be good and drunk. Am I right?
Yeah, to get some time to get it all nice and lubed up.
They'll be at each other's throats and wasted when my show's over. I promise their show will be just as horrible as it was every other week.
Yeah, but good content coming this week. Tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern on Teague, and then we'll be back Saturday at 8 Eastern on this channel to lead into Saving Star Trek. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
It's been a lot of fun, guys. Great Kaiju time.
Good night, everybody.